Welcome to the Yoga Sissel yoga videos for pregnancy. Hi guys, and thank you for joining me for this Yoga Sissel video. So this video is particularly for those of us in third trimester. I'm at 35 weeks now, so not long to go. And this is going to be a practice really nice for the hips and the lower back, where I think a lot of us are going to be carrying a lot of tension. We're staying on the floor, so you might want to take your time to get down here. Even if you're not third trimester, any trimester, this will be suitable. Even if you're not pregnant and you have lower back tension, you might enjoy this video. So we'll come onto all fours. This might also feel good and help, can help to turn the baby. So being on all fours, letting the belly just relax and drop, but without really overarching the spine. So feel a little bit, and if you've got a block, it might feel nice to have the block to squeeze in together, or squeeze your knees together, but it's not necessary. And you want your wrists a little bit in front of your shoulders. If you've got a little bit of carpal tunnel syndrome, or your wrists and your hands are feeling a little bit swollen, you can use a blanket and you can rest onto your elbows. That can feel quite nice, or a cushion of some sort, resting onto your elbows. Sometimes it can feel nice to rest on the fists. And if you're on your fist, you're tucking the fingernails in tight and leaving your thumb pointing forward, so you can lean forward onto the thumb. You can also alternate and be onto the fingertips, and that can feel a little bit nice, a little bit strengthening and supportive across the wrist. So lots of options. Find your way into a tabletop position. And with the lower hips slightly lifted, we're just going to move the shoulders. So the arms are going to stay straight, and we bring the shoulder blades together. And then move the shoulder blades apart. So to begin with, just moving the shoulder blades. And rounding out. Letting your breath feel nice and relaxed. Your belly soft. Just letting the baby hang into the hammock of your belly. Just getting a little bit of movement and release across the shoulders. And spread the shoulder blades so you feel like you're pushing the floor away. It's almost like you're pushing a bus. And then you really want to squeeze the shoulder blades together like you're squeezing a pencil. And notice if you bring your shoulders up towards your ears, you want the shoulders away from the ears. Pushing the bus away. And squeezing the shoulder blades. And then lifting up. And then from here we're going to walk the hands forward. Keep your hips over the, I was going to say the heels, but I mean keep your hips over the ankles. Over the knees. Hips over the knees, so you want your thighs fairly perpendicular. And we just stretch the hands forward. And it might feel nice to reach the chin forward and look between the thumbs. Some of us might prefer to rest the forehead on the floor. And you're just trying to spread the knuckles, reach the fingers, get really long in the body. Your hands are pressing down. And if you're on, you can also do this up on your bolster. And you just reach out long. You can even have the hands together. And then release. So we come back onto our hands. So now we'll add on slightly bigger movement. Again, arrange your hands so you feel comfortable. Inhaling, this time the chest comes forward. The tailbone might lift a little. Again, the shoulders move away from the ears. And then we round out the spine, C-shaping the spine. Look toward your belly button, push down to the head. I really like having the feet pointed so I can push down through the tops of the feet. Inhaling. Look forward, Might feel nice stretching the front of the belly as well. Exhale, starting from the bottom. So tucking the tailbone around in the spine and tucking the chin. Inhaling, open the front of the body. Exhale, closing the front of the body. And coming back to center. Or we'll do one last time. Inhaling, I call this up cat. And most people call it up cat. And then this, I call angry cat. So make yourself the angriest cat in town. Also called down cat. And then find your neutral spine. And then as you inhale, look towards your left. Look back at your left foot, squeeze. And as you exhale, squeeze the left hip and your armpit together. Inhale all the way around to the right. And look down at your right foot. Squeeze your right armpit, right hip together. Inhaling to move. Exhaling to squeeze. Inhaling to move. Across the right and exhale to squeeze. One more time, each side. Inhaling to move. Exhaling to squeeze. Inhaling to move. And exhaling to squeeze. And then come back to center, tucking the toes, and again stretch your hands out wide. So this time you might like to bring your knees a little wide, or we're going to bring our butts back. We're still stretching out nice and long, but we're getting a bit more stretch into the hips, the feet, lengthen the spine. And we're going to add on some rocking and rolling movement. So as you inhale, rounding the spine, lifting the hips, and you rock forward, and then rock back. Exhaling. And you rock forward without letting the hips drop. So you're still pushing the floor away with your hands. And rock back. This nice, easy rocking and rolling might feel quite good in the hips and lower back, like a gentle massage. And it might also feel quite soothing for your child, as it slowly ebbs and flows, rocks with you. And then coming back to all fours. And just walk a little bit in position, as if you were crawling. You might like to crawl a little forward. And then you might like to crawl a little backwards. So this can also feel quite good. And again, it can help that heaviness in the belly, giving the baby space. It can be quite helpful if the baby needs to turn. And then coming back to center. So from here, we're going to come up to a high, oh no wait, we'll stay down, add on a slight twist. So you'll stay on hands and knees, and you're going to leave your left hand on the ground. You're going to peel your right hand up, and then you're going to, as you exhale, thread the right hand all the way across. Now some of us might feel okay coming all the way down onto the outside of the shoulder. Some of us might like to keep the weight-bearing arm straight. Inhale, peel up, and then thread the needle. Again, staying up high on a straight arm, or maybe coming down low. Last time, all the way up, and all the way across, threading the needle. And the last time, you come all the way up, stretch your arm forward, and bring the hand onto the ground. I'm going to swap sides. So you peel open with your left hand, and you thread the needle. Noticing if it feels okay, do you need to stay up, or can you come down low? All the way up, and across. All the way up, and last time across. And I can really feel my baby likes doing this. It's really on the go now. And then you lift up, stretch your arm forward, and bring the hand down. And then come up onto kneeling. And if your knees hurt, you might like to rest on a folded blanket or a cushion. I'm going to bring the right leg out to the side. The toes pointing forward. And the weight-bearing leg, thighs perpendicular. Salute the sun, and you're going to lean across to the right leg. Squeeze your bum, pushing the hips forward, so you feel the whole front of your body open, especially the left side. And then we just circle the arm all the way around, reach out past the ear, and then you can use that hand on the bottom leg to lift up. Good, and we'll swap sides. So this is gate pose, really nice for stretching the side of the body. We again salute the sun, leaving your right hand up, sliding the left hand down, and leaning across. Squeeze your bum, pushing the hips forward. And that can feel really nice to release tension across the front of the right hip and groin. And we'll do a big circle with the arm, all the way up and over. And you use the bottom hand to gently press you up. Good. And taking the pressure off the knees, come down onto your bottom. And again, you might like to sit on a cushion or a block, or you might have one of these bolsters. And sitting onto your bum, I'm going to take your knees out, your knees wide, your feet wide, your legs wide. And you can have the feet on the floor, flat, or you might rest on the heels. And you just want a lot of space. So you want enough space for you to move in between your legs. Bend the knees as much as possible. The more you bend the knees, the more you're going to be able to move into the hips. And then just walk forward a little. Doesn't have to be very far. And we're just going to sway a little from side to side. And stay up on the fingertips. I prefer that just to begin with, because and you use the fingertips to help sway from side to side. But you really want that rocking to come from all the way down in the pelvis. So now we're trying to rock the baby from side to side. Trying to move the spine all the way from the base where it joins the pelvis at your sacroiliac joint. And then little by little after this rocking, you might be able to take your legs a little straighter. But we start with really bent legs. We don't want to overstretch. There's this hormone relaxin in the body that's already shifting our joints. You might notice a lot of popping and cracking and shifting in your joints. And you might even feel extra bendy and flexible. And that's for the pelvis to be able to give and let the baby out. So it's not for us to take advantage of and go all gung-ho in our stretching. So we just explore, keep gently palpitating the body. Just relaxing, swaying from side to side. And you might come forward even further. But again, it's going to be different for each of us, so notice what feels good into your belly, rocking from side to side. It's like you've got a slinky spine. And then slowly walk yourself up. So it's really nice to have the hips elevated. I highly recommend you sit up on something, especially for this next part where we bring the soles of the feet together. The knees stay out wide. It's also possible to do this sitting down, and maybe that feels really comfortable and that feels really good for you. Or you stay up, let the knees drop down. So whichever doesn't cause any gripping sensation. Don't want any grip, we want to be able to let go and relax. And keeping the soles of the feet together, imagine you're trying to pull them apart. Now walk your fingers forward. As if you're aiming your belly into the bowl that's created by your feet. And you might stay up high. You might be able to come down low. The soles of the feet staying together, but they're trying to pull apart. So rather than thinking of getting your knees down to the ground, think of getting your knees out to the side. Again, if it feels nice to sway, look from side to side and gently sway. Letting the breath soften. Might feel nice to close your eyes and just let your awareness settle and sink into your body. And then you're gently going to come up. And you can leave the soles of the feet together if that felt good. You might like to cross the legs. And then resting your hands onto your lap. With our hands resting, the shoulders relax, and we close our eyes. And then letting your breath move deep down into your pelvis. As you breathe in, feeling your whole pelvis expand like a balloon. And as you breathe out, letting your whole posture soften. The hips soften, the pelvis softens. The expansive inhalation. And the softening exhalation. That very gentle pulsing as the breath moves in and out of your body. Helping to expand and contract the body so that it almost feels like there's an energetic pulsing in the whole body, especially around the pelvis and your belly. So you create more space for your baby to settle in and settle down. Connect with the ebb and flow of your breath. A subtle, subtle surge of energy moving in and out. And then when you feel ready, gently float your palms together, let the thumbs rest against your heart. Bowing our head a little, giving some thanks and gratitude to ourselves for this opportunity to spend a bit of time with ourselves. And when you're ready, opening your eyes. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. Namaste.